Whereas, sorry, I had to reboot my brain real quick. Okay, I'm done rebooting my brain. Trust. Whereas sword toss is always committal. But its floor for strength is much higher than item toss, so you know. Yo, the sun. If you're still here from Street Fighter, you thought the Blanca-chans were it? No, we still got the armies of children. We don't have Jacko. She's the really army of my children character, but we do have, you know, Faust and his son. Never talk to them again. And Asylum is currently being oppressed. Asylum is no longer being oppressed. That is the good news. The bad news, if you're Asylum at least, is that Asylum is kill. Where were you when Asylum was kill? And no, ToastedArt is able to escape from the sort of just vacuum, the Ramlethal vacuum there that just holds you in it. And no, Asylum managed to get ToastedArt in the corner, and yeah, it's, you know, very frequently when Ramlethal has you in the corner, it's just kind of, you know, it's just kind of a cutscene. Right now, it's just kind of a cutscene, you know. You go in the corner, and you're like, all right, just guess when you need to block high, and we're gonna be here for another, let's see, 13 years. So get comfy, get a nutrient drip because you're not gonna have time to eat, and I will see you in hell. I'm like, oh, sick. It was a little bit more like that back in the day. Back in my day, when Guilty Gear Strive came out, because Ram didn't really have mix. She had stagger pressure, but not really mix in the corner, so you kind of just down backed and didn't overextend, and is blocked for a long time. This is a real Faust player. Oh, ToastedArt has the sauce. Gold Phantom. ToastedArt is by no means a slouch of any description or variety. ToastedArt is good with the Faust. Asylum also quite good with the Ramlethal. You still don't like how Ram got changed? That's fair. That's valid. You know, I don't. Now that, you know, the diagonal sword loses to hitting Ram, as it honestly always should have, I don't, you know, super mind, like, in terms of fighting Ram. But I don't play Ram, so it's somewhat less important, what I think, than someone who actually plays Ramlethal Valentine, who is currently cooking, by the way. We do be cooking. A little bit of sauteing, getting the butter out. That's how you know it's good. Because butter is a cheat code. Just salt the food, you know, cook it in butter, it'll be good. Doesn't even matter what it does. This wants to get back to her, and they nerfed her wall-to-wall combos. This is fair. Mix. It is safe, but it is not plus. Yo! A barring out of the Ram Vortex, the Ram Whirlpool, at the exact correct time, but we're deposited back into the corner, and Asylum has got a life lead to make up, but it's Guilty Gear. Who else up Guilty Gear? You know, it's an anime fighter. You can make up life leads. Not if you get hit, though. That's not it. Simply bait out one burst. Nope, we do not bait out one burst, and a Breath of Life back for Asylum, a little bit of a hero burst, but ToastedArt's on low health too, and it has become anybody's round. However, if Asylum wins, then that's game. So it's less of a hero burst than I thought. I forgot to look at the round count. If you stand to win as a result of it, it's less of a hero burst. Even if you could very plausibly lose and then just simply not have the burst next round, if you could very plausibly also win, and then it's the next game, then the reward is better. The hero burst, to me, describes when, like, the risk reward is simply not worth it, and it wasn't simply not worth it there. So, not hero burst. Certified reasonable burst by Resident 1 and 2er Coat Kill. To be fair, my understanding of the game is there. I'm just rusty as all get out and playing, you know, Dizzy, who I have not really substantively practiced ever. I just play her when I play, which is like once a week. But my knowledge of the game is more durable than my actual mechanical skill at the game, you know? I used to be, like, alright. Would top 8 every other week or so. You know? I do know things about this game. I do not know that much about Street Fighter, but I know things about this game. In my own defense. Yo. And we do manage to escape from the Ram Whirlpool, and we're gonna get the we're gonna get the wall break, not the hard knockdown though. No hard knockdown here. Although I guess what Faust even use the wheelchair super? That probably doesn't hit that high. Yeah, no, I think you just cooked in terms of a hard knockdown there. And the burst bait goes a little bit crazy. The burst bait does go a little bit crazy. Ram doesn't have meter with which to break the wall. So yeah, Asylum's kind of got to chip ToastedArt down here to make sure the wall break kills. Which he does. So, now because you don't want to Ram still, I mean Ram has, you know, good normals, but Ram still, more so than most characters even, really wants the fucking corner. So it does make sense. I'm gonna get some damage on you and to make sure that by the time I lose the corner, which is kind of my win con, although maybe less so since the patch, I'm not sure. By the time that I lose the corner, you're dead. Anyway, so like I win. You know, this makes sense. And no, I'm sorry, that was a YRC. It is not baited. It did get the guard crush, but ToastedArt is right back on offense, and Asylum needs to find a way out of this now. That is sort of a way out. Not in corner pressure anymore, but at this point any hit will kill, and ToastedArt goes up 2-1. There's also a trumpet on the floor, BT does. I feel like half the time, I feel like many times, many Fausts, many, not many as in small, many as in more than one, by a significant margin, Faust will throw out the trumpet and then lose it, and then you get the trumpet. I feel like you gotta be playing against like a quite good, a high quality Faust for them to properly defend the trumpet. I don't know what it is about the trumpet. Maybe it just sticks out in my mind when I get the trumpet. By the way, we command throw in this household. Are you aware that we command throw? Have you heard the good news that Faust has a command throw? Do you know? Because you're gonna know. You're gonna be fucking aware that there is a command throw on this character, with God as my witness. Yeah, you are in fact in range of the explosion there, which means that you are contractually obligated to kind of just sit there and block, not ready to follow the the Rekka up there twice. Once it made Asylum drop pressure, the other time it made Asylum get traded with and caused ToastedArt to take the round. Dive kick gets nothing but a little bit of damage onto Faust, a little bit more chip damage onto Faust, but Faust dive kicks his way in to the Ram Whirlpool. And to be clear, when I say Whirlpool, because I just made that the fuck up, Blender, at least to me, describes mix, where you're looping mix-ups. So when I say Whirlpool, it's less looping mix-up and more just looping offense. Like you're blocking. Hello, welcome, down back. You know, howdy, how you doing? Eventually there may be an overhead. Until then, you're down backing. And it's like, okay, I'm here now. This is where I live now. You know, but there isn't necessarily, you know, like the three-way mix-up or some shit. You know, so Ramlethal in most situations, more or less, has a Whirlpool. You know, she does have a special that gives her an overhead, but I wouldn't necessarily describe it as instant. I don't think it's any faster than Tap Dust. I could be wrong with that, but it feels about the same speed, if not a little bit slower than Tap Dust. It feels a little bit slower than Tap Dust to me. So she has an overhead, but I wouldn't call it instant. So she has a Whirlpool, whereas, say, Milia is the premier Blender character, because who the fuck knows where she's going to be when she hits you. I'm not sure the Milia player in question does. Speaking of Milia players in question, why is Mr. Tree's not here? I have seen you a couple times in chat, but why is Mr. Tree? I'm glad you could be with us in at least some variety, capacity. The infinite 5P's just barely not enough to finish it out, but the trade will do it right when the bomb explodes. And it's 2-2 now. It's 2-2. We have a set. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary overlords, we have a set on our hands. And also our screens. Please put the set on your hands down. This deserves your full attention. And we dispense some hitboxes. We do a little item tossing. We do a little item tossing. Look at this beat. Oh, look at this beat. Look at this. This is a Looney Tunes ass shit. Nah. We do kind of stand the item toss into item toss into item toss into item toss. It was actually only 3 consecutive item tosses, not 4. But it was 3 consecutive item tosses twice, so you gotta consider that. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good to have you. You know? I was requesting last week that Daisuke make some adjustments around it, but buff Milia's damage. Because if you're gonna keep getting into grand finals, like if you could just kill people a little bit faster. Like if you're gonna keep, you know, getting into grands, if you could just win just a little bit faster, you know, I got a bedtime, man. ToastedArt has 1. BT dubs. I told you, ToastedArt not a Faust to sleep on.